This is Wenying News. Cast your mind back a few weeks and imagine someone telling you the following. Within a month, schools will be closed. Almost all public gatherings will be cancelled. Hundreds of millions of people around the world will be out of work. In certain places, landlords will not be collecting rent, or banks collecting mortgage payments. Entire countries are being placed under quarantine, and people are hoarding supplies. Would you have believed what you were hearing? However, some young people refuse to take it seriously. A 23-year-old boy, Cameron Malik, recently recovered from coronavirus, and he would like to share his message.
The symptoms started off with runny nose. I felt a bit of a fever and some chills, but all in all, this was back a good few weeks ago when there was supposedly very little chance of me having the virus, and I just put it down to having the flu. I think it must have been about 5 or 6 days after when it reached a stage where I was just getting so much more fatigued and so much more tired that I just couldn't get out of bed. And it reached a point where I just spent a whole day just in bed. I think I only left to go pick up a Deliveroo. I was under the impression, very arrogantly, that as a young person I wouldn't be susceptible to it. I thought this was a virus for old people in China, not a young man in Camden. And unfortunately, I was proven very wrong. This whole experience has allowed me to appreciate just how lucky we are to have very basic freedoms, whether that's the freedom to go outside, or the freedom to be able to go to work, the freedom to be able to meet people. This whole experience has made me see at least how when these things are taken away from you, it's really eye-opening. Having so many graduates that are now in the employment pool, all competing for a very limited number of roles, no ability to be furloughed is going to be very tricky for all these people to adjust to claiming job seekers allowance. Unlike the approach that my sister is experiencing on the A-level side, graduates and final year students are finding themselves in a situation where it's much less standardised and it's much less equal. Different students are getting different policies applied to their degrees, and I'm very aware that there isn't a one-size-fits-all, but it seems almost like some students are going to be made very well off as a result of the coronavirus situation, at the expense, unfortunately, of others. If you're young, it is that you're not invincible, and even if you don't have symptoms, even if you're lucky, just like me, and you don't end up on a ventilator or in ICU, you could still put any number of people in such a position. And that's not something that you want to have the guilt of